in the last session, right? What is Arduino? Then history. Then we have seen this also open source microcontroller platform. What is the meaning of this? Then we will see difference between microcontroller and microprocessor now and why. So before that, let's just get a quick uh, recap, right? Because today also I'm going to ask a few same question like I asked in the last session, right? So this lesson will be completed today. So the full introduction to Arduino will be completed. Okay, so what is an Arduino? Let's see once again. Arduino is an open source microcontroller development board, right? We can use it to read sensors and control things like motor, right? Now we have seen what is open source. Open source means whatever the design files available for the Arduino are available to everyone. That means anybody can use that. Okay. Then microcontroller, we have seen that microcontroller means it's a processor which is used in every digital circuit, right? So there are two kind of this microcontroller and microprocessor, right? Processor also is there. So we will see why we're not using microprocessor here. Okay. Then development board, because we can develop any kind of project using this board, right? So this was about Arduino. So this is how it looks like, right? So Arduino is now a company. Right? So I hope you understood this. Then, so I told you these are the creators and from where it's coming. It's coming from Italy, from where Interactive Design Institute Ivrea. So around 2003, Bernardo started working on his master thesis project, right? A master thesis project, and this idea was evolved to the Arduino project, right? And let's have a look on the features, okay, one by one. We are just doing a recap, so I'm not going to explain in detail. We are just having to just look at the features, right? So someone is saying my voice is breaking. Is that happening with everyone? No, right? So I think everybody can listen. I can hear properly. Okay, so the first point is saying Arduino Uno board is a microcontroller based on Atmega 320. That this chip is called as Atmega 28P. So this is actually it's P here. Atmega 328P. And I also showed you last time that you can read. If you zoom it here, you can see it's written here also. Okay. Then we have seen 14 digital input output pins, right? This point. So these are the digital input output pins, right? This only this, right? This. So 0 to 13 means there are 14 digital input pins. Then in out of which 6 can be used as PWM outputs, right? 6 can be used as PWM. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So these are the PWM pins. What is the meaning of PWM? PWM means pulse width modulation. So I told you that we will talk about pulse width modulation in coming up sessions, right? We will have a separate session about that. So PWM pins are denoted by this symbol, okay, a wave-like symbol, right? So you can see the wave symbols are there. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, right? So these are the 6 PWM pins. Now next is ceramic resonator. So ceramic resonator, this was the ceramic resonator, right? So we use ceramic resonator to give clock to the circuit, timings to the circuit, so that circuit can work based on the perfect timing, right? I have given you example like we have watch with ourselves, right? To uh, keep track of our work, right? Then ICSP header, I told you about this also in very detail that it is used to program the internal structure of this IC, right? It is called as bootloader. So you guys are not going to exactly use it, but it's good to know. So this is the ICSP header. ICSP means in circuit serial programmer. Then a USB connection. So this is very common, right? So this is the USB connection. We are going to use it to connect with our computer. That's it, right? So we can see what's going on in Arduino. Then 6 analog input pins. So these are the 6 analog input pins, right? Then a power jack. Power jack is here. This is the power jack. So we can connect a charger like device which is called as adapter, right? So one 9 volt or 12 volt adapter we can use. Okay, so this much we have covered. Also about the connection we have seen that what kind of connection we can do. Okay, so this is the power rail. So I had told you that there are 5 volt output, 3 volt output. Okay, so if I want to connect a sensor which works on 3.3 volt, okay, so the plus of this sensor will be connected to 3.3 volt, and the minus of this sensor where we are going to connect it, it will be connected to GND, right? And I have also told you that these GNDs are internally connected with each other. Okay, there are 3 GNDs in the Arduino, 3, right? So let me clear it. It's too much of writing, right? Then I told you what is the GND. GND means ground, right? GND means ground. Okay, so its symbol is like minus, and the plus is VCC. VCC. Okay, or V5. If you write V5 3.3 V, so whatever comes before V is the voltage, right? Okay. So this much we have seen, all right. And I have told you that we can connect a battery also to the Arduino. Like if we have a battery, 9 volt battery, and this is the plus, this is the minus. So plus will be connected to V in, right? And the minus we are going to connect to the ground. Okay, so this ground or any ground, any one of the ground. Then last thing about the LEDs. So this is the first LED, second, third, fourth. Okay, so there are 4 LEDs on board. Okay, so I hope you remember this. So let's move on with our further discussion. Okay. So now we will see what is microcontroller and microprocessor. All right. So now this is a very important thing. So you should remember this, okay, all the time. Now see, in every digital circuit, I have told you there will be a brain, okay. If you want to do a calculation, even if you want to do a calculation like A plus B, right? A plus B, A will be some value, 5 plus 10. So we know what will be the answer. Answer will be 15, right? And here will be the answer, suppose C. Okay, so C will be denote this, B will be denoting this, A will be denoting this, right? So these are called as variables. Anyways, so this is a very simple calculation we can do by ourselves. But if we want a circuit to do it, how a circuit can do that, right? Okay, so these are the arithmetical logical unit. It's called as arithmetical logical unit. Okay, ALU. Okay, arithmetical logic unit. This is where this kind of mathematical operation is done. Okay, so जहां पर हमें mathematical operation करने हैं वहां पर हम इसको use करते हैं ALU. Okay, so now using our advanced technologies, we have come up with 2 kind of things. Okay, so they now we call them as a processors. Okay, processors only. Processors. So there are 2 kind of processor. One is this, a microcontroller, and second is this, a microprocessor. Okay, so there are 2 things you can use in our circuit, right? Now see, I hope this is clear. So now how they look like? A microcontroller look like this also. It's a chip, an IC. Okay, so it will be an IC like one which we have here, like in the blue shade you can see this is an IC. So a microcontroller will be also look like this, and microprocessor will also look like this. Okay, so inside this package there are millions of transistors who work together to make a microcontroller or microprocessors. Okay, But our question is, what is the basic difference between these two? Okay. So now let me give you a good example. Like whenever you buy a mobile phone or a computer, what we ask, if your friend buy a computer or phone, what is the first question you ask? Okay, what is the cost, right? We first ask them कि कितने रुपए का आपने मोबाइल खरीदा. Okay. Then what we ask next question कि इसमें प्रोसेसर कौन सा लगा है? How much RAM is there? Why we ask this question? इसमें प्रोसेसर कौन सा लगा है? And why we are asking about the RAM. Okay. So processor and RAM helps you to improve the performance of your system. Okay. Now many of the students might know about this, that जितने ज़्यादा RAM होगा उतनी अच्छी performance होगी, right? Everybody knows that if your computer have 4 GB of RAM, it will work properly, right? But if your computer have 8 GB of RAM or 16 GB of RAM, it will work very smoothly, right? So everybody knows that. So a microcontroller have all this kind of memories inside it. So if this is a microcontroller, so it will have, okay, so I am using C, mu C, okay, so mu C is microcontroller. So microcontroller will have some RAM, okay, some amount of RAM. Then it will have some space, okay, which is called as ROM. Now, what जब हम full लिखते हैं हम क्या करते हैं? It's a 32 GB, 2 GB RAM. So 32 GB and 2 GB RAM. So जो 32 GB है, it's for your use, right? It's for your use. So आप जो भी pictures click करते हो या फिर आप जो भी game खेल रहे हो, जो भी installation कर रहे हो, that will be inside the ROM memory. Okay. So basically it's like SD card kind of thing, right? SD card. Okay. So this is like ROM, and there will be ALU. So this will be the processor here. So all those things come inside one package. Okay, remember the RAM, ROM, and ALU. This comes inside one package. We are talking about microcontroller. Okay, so जब microcontroller की हम बात कर रहे हैं, microcontroller comes with RAM, ROM, and ALU inside the one chip. Inside one chip. Inside one chip means this chip. ये जो chip है इसके अंदर RAM भी है, ROM भी है और ALU भी है. Okay, but when we talk about the microprocessor, it doesn't have RAM or ROM. It only have the ALU. Are you getting the point? Okay, so अगर मैं microprocessor की बात करूँ, so if I talk about the microprocessor, okay, so let me draw it here. So microprocessor will be also looking like a chip. So I will write as mu p. Okay, it is written as mu p. So inside this you will get only one thing, ALU. Okay, arithmetical logical unit. Okay, so where your logical operation will be happening. Okay, but आप सभी को पता है कि without RAM and ROM हम तो कोई system run नहीं कर सकते. Arithmetical logical unit. Okay, ALU is a block where all the calculation happens. Okay, just like I told you, a plus b equals to c, 5 plus 10 equals to 15, right? So 5 plus 10 equals to 15, ये तो हमने calculate किया, but how the system will calculate it? So we have a different circuit for that. So it's a very small circuit which is inside our microcontroller or microprocessor. देखो microcontroller में भी है यहाँ पर, microprocessor में भी है. Now a microprocessor will only have the ALU. Bus done. This is only the microprocessor I have. Okay, but microcontroller will have RAM and ROM. Okay. Now see, but without RAM and ROM, our system cannot work properly, right? Then what we can do to connect RAM and ROM? So what happens? We can connect external RAM. So you can buy a RAM to connect it to your processor. So if I have a RAM, okay, I'm denoting as R. You can connect this RAM to this. Okay, now you can choose any kind of RAM. Okay, it's a 2 GB or 4 GB or 16 GB. Okay, are you getting the point? That means the user have advantage of using any value of RAM if they are using microprocessor. And same thing happens if you want to connect an SD card. Okay, so I'm writing as S. SD card means a ROM, right? So you can also give it as a 500 GB, right? Normally computers are minimum 500 GB of data to be stored, right? So you can connect this to this. So this will, so whatever the operation this will be doing, it will work with the help of this external ICs. Okay. So now I will give you one example of this. A very simple example. See, the main takeaway out of this is that microprocessor ke andar you will get RAM, ROM and ALU. But in I'm talking about the microcontroller. Microcontroller, inside a microcontroller, this you get RAM, ROM and ALU, right? But if you talk about the microprocessor, you get only ALU. And if you want to connect RAM, you have to connect the external RAM. And if you want to connect ROM, you have to connect external ROM. Okay. Now I will give you an example where it is used. You have your computers. Okay. So आप सभी को पता है, you can change the RAM of your computer. Do you know that? Anybody? Can you tell me that we can change the RAM of your computer, right? There is a RAM chip. If you open up your CPU, you will see there is a one RAM chip. Okay. So if it's a 2 GB, you can remove it and you can buy a new one. If you want to buy 8 GB or 16 GB, you can buy it and connect it, right? And it will work. So, and second is you can also change the hard drive. Hard drive means the memory, right? You must have talked about the hard drive, external hard drive. Okay. So the external hard drive, we can connect to our computer. That means in our computer, what we are using, microcontroller or microprocessor. We are using in our computer is microprocessor, because with microprocessor, we can connect external RAM and external ROM. But if you are using microcontroller, you cannot use that, right? So if you are using microprocessor, like everybody is saying, if you are using microprocessor, you can connect RAM and ROM externally. And if you are using microcontroller, you cannot connect external RAM or ROM. It will be a fixed value. Okay. So I hope you got it, right? Now another example of this will be, if I talk about the microcontroller. Okay. So like if you have a simple circuit like a washing machine. Okay. So washing machine शायद सभी के घर में होगी या फिर काफी स्टूडेंट्स के घर पर होगी. So what are the options you get in the washing machine? What is the work of washing machine? उससे बस कपड़े धुलना है, and you have few options there. What kind of option? The timing settings and the washing modes, right? एक दो washing modes होगी और timing settings होगी, बस और ज्यादा कुछ नहीं होगा. So for that kind of work, we don't need much of processing power. हमें उसके लिए ज्यादा processing power की जरूरत नहीं होती है. Okay, so that is why we use microcontroller in that case. Okay, we don't use microprocessor. Washing machine में कभी आपने सुना है कि washing machine में 2 GB RAM है? कभी आपने सुना है ऐसे? A washing machine coming with 500 GB of space and 10 GB of RAMs, right? It doesn't work like that, because washing machine को उतनी processing power की जरूरत ही नहीं है, right? So if we are working on a small project where the processing power or the RAM ROM is not required that much, we use microcontroller. और जब हमें बहुत ज्यादा RAM की जरूरत है, बहुत ज्यादा space की जरूरत है, in that case we use microprocessor. Okay, so I hope you got the understanding of this. Okay, another example for microcontroller is when we use a toaster or any toy you are using, okay, a remote control car. A remote control car is also based on microcontroller, because एक remote control car को 500 GB की स्पेस की जरूरत नहीं है, ना ही उसे 4 GB रैम की जरूरत है, राइट. इट जस्ट नीड टू गेट सिग्नल like where it should move forward or reverse or left or right, right. So जो कम complicated systems होते हैं वहां पर हम माइक्रो कंट्रोलर यूज करते हैं, right. Like someone said AC, so AC, in AC we use microcontroller, okay, because AC को ज्यादा कंप्यूटेशन पावर की जरूरत नहीं है, इट जस्ट हैव टू लुक आउट फॉर द टेम्परेचर चेंजेस. बट टीवी की अगर हम बात करेंगे, इफ योर टीवी इज स्मार्ट टीवी, दैट मीन्स अगर आपके टीवी में एंड्रॉइड एज ओएस रन हो रहा है, जैसे आजकल टीवी आ रही है, राइट. सो इफ योर टीवी इज if your TV is smart TV, that means an Android based TV, then it will be using a microprocessor, because microprocessor, in case of microprocessor, it needs more GB of RAM and more GB of hard drive, right. जैसे हम movies देखते हैं, we watch movies in 4K sometimes and we watch 108p, right. So that kind of video processing will need more amount of space, okay. So उस space को हम match कैसे करेंगे, ज्यादा RAM कनेक्ट करके. अगर हमें ज्यादा RAM लगानी है तो what we will use microprocessor, right. So I hope you got it, and many students are saying also it. Okay, good. Okay, so have a look at this diagram. Okay, so I will just clear it. Okay, so there are many things in this diagram. What you have to see is just two things. Okay, see, this is a microcontroller. So this is the block of microcontroller. So एक microcontroller के अंदर ये सारी चीजें होती है, right. So you don't have to see about the interrupt CPU and oscillator. You have to look at these 2 points only, ROM and RAM. Okay, so you can see inside this block you see RAM and ROM, right. But if you talk about the microprocessor, can you see RAM here or ROM here? Can you see RAM or ROM written inside this box? No, right? Because there is no RAM or ROM comes with the microprocessor. If you want to connect, you have to connect it externally, right? Externally RAM इसको connect करना पड़ेगा. Then you can only use the RAM. Okay. So I hope you got it. But don't underestimate the power of microcontrollers also. So whenever we talk about microprocessor, the students normally say that, sir, if it have low memory, if have a very less amount of RAM, then it won't work properly. But the answer to that is no. Microprocessor also contains lot of energy, right? Lot of processing power. Because whenever we write a code is just letters, okay, just letters. So you can write millions of lines of code on just this Arduino. You're getting it? So millions of lines of code is too much, and we can never write that. So it's capable of doing many kind of calculations, okay, but it lacks where you want. So let me see. So let's move on forward. Okay. So I hope you got understanding of this microprocessor and microcontroller. Now there are many microcontrollers available in the market. Like if you are using your laptop or computer, okay. So on the laptop, on the computer, you see one sticker is sticked on your CPU, like Intel iCore 5, Intel iCore 7, Intel i3, something like that, right? So the meaning of that is the Intel iCore 5 is the name of the processor, right? So i5, i7, and i3. So these all are the name of Intel processors which are used in your computer, right? So I hope you got it. Okay, so now let's move on with our discussion. Now we see why Arduino. Okay, so let's have a look on the points. Okay, first is saying that it's cheap hardware. It's cheap, so this is important. Money matters, right? So this kind of boards, now what happens, because this is open source, that means, see, when you buy a TV, जब आप एक कोई TV खरीदते हो, so what you are paying for, you are paying for the brand name, right? अगर आप कोई Samsung की TV खरीद रहे हो, a 55-inch TV, a 55-inch TV will cost you 1 lakh rupees, but अगर आप कोई Chinese company का खरीदते हो, so it will come around 20-30,000, right? What is the reason behind that? Because they are providing you their technology, their exclusive technology. That means उनकी खुद की technology है, and they are not giving that technology to anyone. That is why it is expensive. Okay, जो Chinese brand जो use कर रहा है technology है, that technology is being used by everyone. That is available everyone. That is why the price of that TV is less. Okay, in the same way, Arduino is open source microcontroller development board. Okay, so open source का meaning क्या होता है? That the file, the design files or the PCB files are available to everyone, right? So that is why अगर आपकी technology की जो pricing है वो zero हो जाती है, so what is the pricing remain? It's just the pricing of manufacturing, just a manufacturing price they are taking out of your pocket. So that is why it is very cheap. अगर आप दूसरे बोर्ड्स को अगर देखोगे, जस्ट लाइक इफ यू हैव हर्ड अबाउट द रास्पबेरी पाई, इट कॉस्ट यू 5000 रुपीज, एटलीस्ट 5000 रुपीज का आपको बोर्ड मिलेगा, बिकॉज दे आर यूजिंग देयर टेक्नोलॉजी एंड दे आर चार्जिंग यू फॉर दैट. बट Arduino is open source, right? And there are a lot different, there are more than a few different open source board available. Okay, so Arduino is one of them, and that is why Arduino is cheap. So if you want to buy an Arduino, you can buy it under 500 rupees, right? So under 500 rupees, you can buy a good Arduino board. And if you go for other boards, it will cost you at least 1500 rupees, right? That is why it is cheap. Then fast plug and play for the projects. Of course, we have seen that we can connect it to a computer instantly, and we can do our programming, and we can try to make a small robot, right? So fast plug and play, of course. Then compatible with the most electronics, right? So compatibility means we can connect any sensor, we can connect any motor, we can control any light, we can connect a relay, right? So we can connect all sorts of different sensors, or we call them modules. Okay, so we can connect different kind of modules so that it works pretty well. That okay, opens the world of innovation, of course. So if this is compatible with everyone, that means you have the probability of doing more of your projects, right? Then easy to use, easy to learn. Of course, this is easy to use and easy to learn. We will see about that, right? It's easy and more reliable than other microcontrollers, of course. Why they are saying more reliable? Because it's been used by many people. Many people. We have a community, a big community who are using microcontrollers of Arduino. Okay, so if we are getting into some problem, like if I'm not there, if you are working on your project and you are getting some problem with the program, you can just copy your error message and paste it on your Google. You will get the answer immediately, because the problem you are facing, someone have already faced and solved that. Okay, so the number of users are there, that is a good thing, because so many people are using this. So if you are getting some problem, they must have got that problem, and the problem will be solved. Okay, so we call that as a support. So there is more support available. That is why we call it as reliable. It's very reliable. इसके ऊपर भरोसा कर सकते हैं. Okay, now applications. Let's see few applications. Now I've been telling you that we can